Hey and well met. It's been a while since I've actually done a Let's Play video. Today I'm actually doing a Let's Play, actually more like a Let's Explore video of Second Life. Right now, during the month of August, there's this event called Kagami 2014, and it's this really neat little quest event, and I was really impressed by it enough so that I felt like I really wanted to do a recording of it. So this is the entrance. I will be linking the location of this place within Second Life for people who do use it if they want to check it out. When you first enter this area, the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to use the script checker and sit on it to see if you're under enough, if you're not using up too much memory with scripted items and whatnot. And if you're okay, it will give you the HUD for the game. And the HUD for the game can be obtained from right here. So you click on that and it'll give you the HUD. I already have the HUD, so I'm not clicking on it right now. In fact, I've already played through the game once, as that might have already been clear. And so I'm actually going to play through it again for this recording. So here's the HUD, Kagami HUD version 1.02 English. Yes, it does give you a choice between English and Japanese. I'm guessing that this means that it's actually all originally Japanese and everything was translated into English. And I'm also doing this with a friend of mine, Quiet Wolfie, taking her through all of this too. So every now and then I'm going to be pausing and telling her how to go about it in the chat. Okay, and Quiet Wolfie's question was, if you may have noticed when I actually put on my head, it asks for permission to animate and whatnot, your avatar. And of course, for those of you who are actually experienced with Second Life, you know that if you actually want to experience whatever it is that they want you to experience, you gotta click yes. You click no, and then you're not gonna get the full experience. So you wanna click yes on that. Okay, so he's trying to figure this out. Quiet Wolfie's actually really new to this, and so she really isn't quite well versed in what to expect when you do these things. So I'm going to be walking her through it. As I said, Quiet Wolfie is actually really new at this, and so she's a little apprehensive about whether she's screwing up and whatnot. And as you can also see, I've gotten so used to pressing the F button to activate voice chat on DDO that I'm still going to fall into that habit every now and then. Okay, for some reason he seems to be missing the permission prompt. I think I might know what's wrong. Recently, Second Life had just had recently updated the viewers and such, so that way they can implement this new kind of scripting thing. I know, I'm so technical. I really know what I'm talking about, don't I? To implement this new feature where it's called the Pathfinder feature. So people who make a lot of scripts and to create events like this, rather than being asked each and every time when you click on things to animate your avatar and whatnot, they have this overarching thing now, and that's what Pathfinder does. All you have to do is be asked once, and then that's it. That's all you have to worry about. But in order for it to be working properly, you actually have to update your viewer, so I'm not sure if he's updating it. Okay. I'm actually kind of glad that this came up, because for those who might have actually been away from Second Life for a while, or those who are too new to Second Life to really know about these things, this is actually a really important point. If you get issues such as this, where it's saying, oh, well, click yes on the prompt, and the prompt isn't showing up, and you're wondering, oh, what's going on, one of the first things you probably want to do is make sure that you have an updated version of the viewer. So you're going to want to do that, and basically in order to do that, you just go to your dashboard, and then you click on Download SL Viewer, and it'll just basically overwrite what you already had. Oh, let's see if that's my friend Quiet Wolfie on Skype. Yep, that is my friend on Skype. And, okay, good. They did log out. I'm not sure if you can hear it on my headset speakers. You're hearing like strange popping sounds. I have a habit of popping my knuckles, and it's kind of gotten worse past couple of days. So sorry if it's a bit annoying. Not responding. So actually probably the better way is to have Quiet Wolfie take the head off and put it back on and see if she gets the prompt. And okay, well there you go. She says she's got it. Okay, let's get to it. So, once you actually make sure you have your updated viewer, once you make sure you have the latest version of the viewer, and you can actually get the HUD. That's why I said you actually want to set on the script checker, because if it's over whatever limit it looks for, it's not going to give you the HUD. So you want to strip off anything that's really script heavy and get it in the green, and then once that's in the green, it'll give you the HUD. So once you have the HUD on, you go through this little key. You can even see it's probably a little blurry on the screen right now. It actually says Kagami on it. I'm trying to highlight it and failing miserably. So you keep walking, and it'll be a bit of a surprise. Yeah, see, I'm getting the prompt to either start from the beginning or start from where I am. Since I actually completed it and I want to show you the quest from the beginning, I'm going to click Start from the Beginning. And my HUD story is reset. Please go forward. So I'm going to go forward. And then you're going to go in here, and it's going to darken a bit. But that's okay, it's supposed to happen. And there you go, there's the story. Hey, you know what? At midnight, put two mirrors facing each other. Then you can see your future spouse in the mirror. Everything started from these words from my friend. Of course, he didn't buy that story, but I thought of giving it a try anyway. I'd waited till midnight, and well, nothing had happened as I expected. No special reflection on the mirror. It's silly. I should have known that from the beginning. Better to go to bed now. A 15-year-old girl shouldn't have believed it. I couldn't have imagined what was happening to my old friend Kasumi then. This is actually what really impressed me the most, were the cutscenes. I didn't even know you can make it do this. Alright, wake up. Mom shook me roughly to wake me up that morning. I instantly knew something has happened, as she hardly ever does that. Kasumi is missing. I got a call just now. Do you have any idea what could have happened to her? What? Kasumi is missing? Why? According to my mom, Kasumi went into her room last night and was gone in the morning. She may have run away from home, but she was only wearing her pajamas. That means she left with her nightgown on, barefoot. It's ridiculous. Remember, this is actually translated from Japanese, so it may not be perfect. Anyway, please go to Kasumi's place after school. Her mother wants to talk to you. I was going to do so even if my mom didn't ask me to. I wonder what happened to Kasumi. Is she really missing? Maybe she's somewhere at school, hiding. I was heading to school, full of anxiety. Alright, and my friend made it here too. And I guess just before I get started on it, because I just want to check to see if it's actually completed, there is a side quest. Oh, okay, yeah, I still have it all. There is a side quest later, and I'll be clicking on the NPC that tells you about it. And it's actually really cute, and at the end of it, if you complete the side quest properly, you actually get a little mini game out of it. And I'll show it to you later after this. And so, we're supposedly outside of the hero's home, or at least at the bus stop, and we start the game after the cutscene with needing to go on the bus. And since me and Quiet Wolfie are actually doing this together, we're waiting for a bus for us to go on at the same time. And once we're all seated, then we can actually proceed together in the story. No official party system or anything like on DDO, but it's pretty neat. Like I said, I was actually really impressed by the cutscenes because I had no idea that something like that could be done so well. And I would really love to find out how it was done. Okay, so click bus to start. Be sure your friends sit too. Okay, looks like we're on the bus, so. And now we go. Like I said, they worked really hard on this for those who have been on Second Life for a while and know all the things that are involved in this. It's very obvious that people worked so hard to put this event together, and I mean, it's so impressive that they really deserve to have a Let's Play video done on it. So yeah, I mean, this is incredible. I have been wanting to set up something like a quest system and whatnot. Now I'm feeling kind of intimidated because I'm like, I don't think I can ever have anything as good as this. Alright, enough of my yapping. Some friends are in classroom. Someone may know where Kasumi is now. So, clicked on it. And so we're supposed to go in the classroom and then speak to all the individual students. They'll give us a clue as to what's going on. And as you can see, these are just little NPC dummies, and you know, not as fancy as the stuff you'll find on something like DDO or Star Trek Online, but then again, it isn't meant to be. I'm actually really impressed by how well they look and whatnot, because setting things up like this can be really resource heavy, both on the land that you're using and for the people who are actually trying to move through this, because if there's too much and whatnot, it can really lag the system out. But I think they actually really did a good job in balancing things out. So I clicked on this NPC, and the person's response is, "Good morning." Huh? Kasumi? She's not here yet. So we want to talk to each and every one of these people. If it will let you. Did you try that mirror stuff yesterday? It didn't show anything though. I wonder if the story was true or not. She's such a liar, actually. I've told my mom about the mirror then she said it's actually your face and death reflected in the mirror. That's why I didn't try it. What about you? Did you try it? It didn't show anything, huh? It means you're immortal? Ha ha ha. And I do believe it's scripted so that it makes sure that it won't. I don't think you're able to go on until you do talk to everyone. But, it's actually a little, I find it to be a pleasant experience because you're actually really experiencing the story. It's like going through a 3D visual novel, or, in many ways, which isn't surprising, considering who the people who put it together was probably heavily influenced by it. I found Kasumi rather weird lately, feeling low. She might have run away from home. Yeah, we got a call from her mom too. She was leaving her shoes, purse, and even her clothes behind. Probably just with her pajama on barefoot. She might be in some kind of trouble. Oh well, after all, nobody has seen any special reflection in the mirror. False rumor then. Today, after school? Of course I'm worried about Kasumi, but I cannot make it to her place today. Well, are you the only one who's going? Yeah, she and Kasumi are very close. Here comes the teacher. And cutscene. As we have expected, nobody has seen anything special in the mirror, and Kasumi didn't come to school. Our teacher didn't mention anything about Kasumi. I didn't know what was going on then, yet. I went directly to Kasumi's place after school. And every now and then you'll find that you're getting warnings that you're being teleported by an attachment and such. I'm not sure if that's part of the Pathfinder system or not, but it's nice to know that it's letting you know all this stuff. Alright, so now we've transitioned. We've been teleported, as it said, to what can only presumably be Kasumi's room. This is Kasumi's room. There may be some clue to find where Kasumi is. Alright, so we're in this room, and basically we're expected to just click on things and see what happens and see what comes up. And the first time I did this, the very first thing I noticed were the mirrors. Since the whole thing started off with a story about mirrors, it was just a very natural thing to just click on them. A hand mirror is left in here. I wonder why it's on the floor. I got a hand mirror. Ooh. It's a full-length mirror. And that's all you get. There are other things in here too that you can click on and not. Some of them don't do anything, but in true RPG type story fashion, it always helps to click on everything and see what happens, because you never know if it's important. Although that being said, I do know where to go, but I did still kind of want to give the feeling of moving around and exploring the place. Diary. I don't want to peep into her privacy, but there may be some clue. You've got her diary. You can click the icon to see detail. So here's the icon of the diary. I'm going to click it. April 10th. I feel kind of weird since the new semesters began. I feel as if somebody is watching me. The reflection in the mirror makes me feel that's not me. What is going on? Am I too tired? June 13th. I had a strange dream. I came out of the mirror. No, it couldn't have been me. Is this dream something to do with the weird feeling I've had? Me in the mirror was desperately saying something, but I couldn't catch her. What was it, really me? Or July 15th. I would have had a twin sister. I've once overheard my dad talking about it. I still keep on having a strange dream. Me in that dream. Could be. Her diary is torn in the middle. There is a key stuck at the back of the diary. I've got a key. Alright, so with the key, actually when I first did this is actually one of the first few things I touched. I touched this before I got in the diary, so I actually had to spend the time exploring the entire room looking for the key, but thanks to me, you guys know exactly where to go for it. So this is the locked item, and the drawer opens when you click on it. I unlocked the drawer. Is this a scrap? I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be scrap of the diary. Like I said, this is translated from Japanese, so I'm pretty okay with all the misspellings and mistranslations. It's just going to happen. I appreciate the fact that they translated it into English in the first place so that we can experience it. You've got a scrap of the diary. You can click the icon to see detail. Okay, so here's the icon. I feel as if me in the mirror is not really myself. I can never say that as people start laughing at me, but I can't help the strange feeling welling up. Oh well, maybe I think too much. I'm worried about what Mom has told me. Oh, I can't help it, but Mom never tells me anything further. I found them. Maternity record books, one with the baby's name, the other without it. I couldn't help taking them back to my room. It seems I have a twin sister. Then the one in the mirror I see was not really me. I'm scared of staring into the mirror lately. But should I better make sure of it? Shouldn't I? I heard about SecondLife Kagami at school today. Look at yourself in two mirrors held against each other. What if I try it? What would I see? My deceased twin sister couldn't have even come to this world. Did she have a name? What was her name then? I also found two maternity record books. One has no name. Was this for Kasumi's deceased twin sister? I found a memo paper and the one without a name. Ooh. I don't know if you can hear it, but it just suddenly went to this ominous music sound when it showed what my character had found. Mirror. This handwriting is not Kasumi's for sure. Kasumi must have done SecondLife Kagami, the two mirror stuff. What on earth has happened to her? I should give it a try just as Kasumi did. Aha! That mirror I picked up earlier suddenly became important. My friend Quiet Wolfie had actually been quite startled with the sudden music. If you're not expecting it and everything's been quiet on your end for so long, yeah, I can see how it's startling. And cutscene. God, this is so well done. You're gonna hear me say that throughout this because, frankly, it is so well done. Mirror. Now I'm sure. Kasumi must have gone into this world. I was determined to go into the world inside Mirror. I'm thinking this must have been new with the Pathfinder. Maybe. Then again, I don't do enough scripting to really know what you can do with it. But this fly-through scene where you get to see where you're at, wow, I didn't even know you can do that. Like I said, I mean, every aspect of this, they just worked so hard to tell you this story for this big event. Which actually, by the way, now that I'm actually thinking about it, this is apparently an event that they put together every year during the month of the Hungry Ghost, according to my friend Akane. So this is actually a yearly event that they put together, and they spend months beforehand just planning it out, and it shows. And like I said, it's just so wonderfully done. I've never seen such a world. Maybe I should find someone and talk. And I'm sliding off somewhere. Alright, so now we're in this new place. We're in the land of Mir. And my friend had said something about the controls being all weird. I'm not quite sure what she means by that. She might have been referring to the fly-through. Okay, so they're asking... Oh, I know what he's saying. Okay. I know exactly what he's meaning. Sometimes every now and then, for some reason or other, and it's probably because of the way the HUD is designed, when you try to use mouse steering, it'll click on something else, likely an invisible part of the HUD that you're not seeing or something. I'm not sure. But by moving around or something, it kind of resets it so that way you can actually go back to mouse steering. Ow! Sorry, I had my gray tabby on my lap, and she's very skittish, very, very skittish, and my husband moved slightly in the chair, so she took off running, and her claws kind of got my thighs. Yeah. Sometimes it can be very difficult to get the kind of information you're looking for, like Quiet Wolf, he's asking about the controls and such. But if you don't have the language to properly describe what it is you're experiencing, it makes it harder to get the help that you need. Okay, so it does seem that she's having an issue with the mouse steering then. I think that's what she's referring to. Okay, so no, not necessarily mouse steering. So it looks like, I guess, something about her view shifted in such a way that it didn't look right, and hitting escape should have reset the camera. But it's not, and I'm not exactly sure why. I'm not exactly sure why she's having problems. Might be lag issues. Oh, okay, I think... Okay, I think you might have actually gone into mouse look by accident. Let me see. Okay, they're not person viewpoint. Something about a camera lock. I guess turn it off. Let's see if it can, if what he's talking about can actually be found in... I'm not even sure what camera. Maybe in move and view? I have absolutely no idea. So obviously Quiet Wolfie's issue is nothing like what I thought it was. As I said, it's really difficult to actually, if you don't have the language to convey what it is you're experiencing, it's hard to help. And all you can do is just try to describe things as best as you can. Oh, okay. That might have actually been another issue too. Hold on, let me see if he actually knows this. Alright, at least the problem was solved, so... Alright, so now you're in this little town, and this is the first NPC type thing that you come across, and you talk to them. It's so unusual that we have human visitors today, but you don't look like Luca at all. You ask who Luca is. Luca is our precious princess. Luca is also a human, but with no flesh. Us? We are not human, as you can see. We had a human visitor who looks exactly as Luca. We were sure that it was the one Luca desperately wanted to meet, and we were so happy about it. Okay, so it looked like the issue was, I don't know if you've noticed, but when I click on them, there's like a little icon down in the right corner of the HUD, and it says click. And I've noticed that if you don't click it, if you forget to click it, it tends to lock things up, and it's probably related to the way the Pathfinder system works. Hey you, do you want to know a good thing? Look at next to me. It's a magical jar. There are some jars in this village. When you complete them, you'll get a prize. If you have time, better try. Oh, take this too. You got a map. You can see map clicking on the icon and see where jars are. There's no relation with main story. Please enjoy. And this is the side quest I was actually referring to. And as I said, I had actually already completed it. And since I completed it, all you see is just a blank map. If you haven't done it, you're going to see blue dots all over the place on the map. And that's going to show you where the locations of the jars are. And the jars all look like this. And then you click on it. In local chat, it'll tell you that you released a creature, but since I've already done it all, it's not saying anything. So basically, you go around looking for these little jars to release creatures, and every creature you release actually ends up giving you like a little card to look at with stats and descriptions and such. And these aren't just there to look pretty. The prize you get at the end is going, to properly use it, you're going to actually need to read up on all of that stuff. So there you go. So basically at this point, all you're really needing to do is talk to the NPCs to get some information as to what to do. We just had a visitor who looks like Luca. Yeah, in flesh and blood. Told Luca about her and she's so happy. Luca had been depressed these days, so we're so happy. That's why we are celebrating. So basically your goal here is just to talk to everybody and get a feel for what's going on in the story. Sometimes they'll say something relevant, sometimes they don't. They're NPCs. It's what NPCs do. Do you want to meet the human looks like Luca, but not Luca herself? She must be at Luca's residence by now. Okay, that was not an NPC thing. So, as I said, you're just basically going around talking to the NPCs. Ah, that's right. Every now and then they'll give you like little items and stuff that you can put on and wear, and you can look like you're taking part in the festival that's going on in the story. I actually already have them, so I'm just going to discard the object that it gave me. This mask looks cool, huh? I've made it. Huh? You want this? Okay, take it. You've got a mask. This item doesn't affect game contents. Please check your inventory and put it on. Enjoy. Again, it's just a little bit of a cosplay, I suppose, is the best way to put it. Yeah. Wolfie's asking about a touch here. See, there's a box here that says don't touch. And they actually really mean don't touch, because if you touch it, then the box comes to life and eats you. So, yeah, don't touch, but hey, if you just want to see the animation. The first time I did it, it actually teleported me back to the entrance of the village. So I don't think it got to do anything to me. I might have avoided it. Yeah, so you have all these little things that you can touch and activate. Not all of it is really relevant to the story, but it does add to the atmosphere of the game. Let's say hi to my friend real quick while my other friend is actually playing with the box. Alright, so again, as I said, you're just going through and you're talking to all these NPCs to get a feel for what's going on for the story. They'll eventually tell you what you need to do. You should be careful as some of us eat humans. Be careful. No worries, I'm herbivorous. Totally makes me feel better. Well, at least the people here seem to be herbivorous, or at least don't want to eat me. That's good. Oh, what the heck? What do you want? I'm extremely busy. Running out of oil, 3 spirits, Will-o'-the-Wisp, ran away, and I'm running out of time. I found a piece of paper next to tempura cook. You've got a recipe of spirit tempura. Tempura of the spirit. 1. Get fresh spirits. 2. Get virgin oil. 3. Fry the spirits on a pan. So they eat spirits, which, really, when you think about it, is actually kind of disturbing. Very disturbing. So if we go to the hint, if at this point you're not quite sure what to do, when you actually talk to the tempura cook, this actually helps move the quest objective along a bit. Tempura cook seems to need help. What I need is on his memo. But I wonder where they are. Maybe I should ask people around, huh? Can I use the kitchen behind the tempura stall to fry? So that's a hint. So it actually does give you hints to help you move through the story if you're getting confused as to what to do. So I mean, for the most part, it is fairly straightforward. It's one of those quests where you go through and you talk to NPCs and you either do things for them to get items that you need to progress it, or you just or you keep talking to someone until they tell you what you're supposed to do to get what you need to do done. I'm not even sure if that made any sense. And actually, when I first did this, because I got obsessive about the jars, it actually took me over 4 hours to do, but I'm thinking, well, it might still take 4 hours to do, because I did start this at around 6:30, but I'm probably a bit slow too, since I'm also talking through this, and we've had a few glitches here and there. It seems a kitchen. Is it free to use? You got a jar, printed oil. Okay, so I I got a jar for oil, but it actually doesn't have oil in it. See, a jar, printed oil. It's empty. So you still need to get the oil. You need to just get 3 spirits to fry up into tempura. And what else do we need? Oh, okay, then we need to fry them in the pan. Once again, a little bit disturbing. We're going to be frying spirits for creatures to eat. I really hope they're not formerly human spirits. Hitodana, will-o'-the-wisp, loves dark and quiet places, like deep in the cave or forest. Huh, an oil jar? Go kitchen. Alright, so basically right now we seem to have most of what we need to progress. So now we know we need to find these will-wisps and that we need to find a way to get some oil. And then once we get them together, we go back to that kitchen area I was at and fry up these spirits. I really hope will-o'-wisps are the equivalent of cows or something in this world. I really do. Spirit will-o'-wisp tempura is certainly so yummy. The best treat in this area. This is fried at a high temperature. Thank you. Huh, I never noticed this sign before. What's this? Guess it's just a sign for decoration. Just making sure my friend is behind me. And wait, where is she? Okay, she's still back here. I don't want to lose her. Okay, he was collecting the jars. I'm just kind of laughing because, you know, it's really easy to get caught up in that. And so if you actually focus on trying to collect all of the jars instead of the story, it can actually increase the amount of time that you spend doing it. Although if you do it in a certain way, you can at least, you know, do it along the way. But if you're going out of your way to actually find them, yeah, then most of your time is spent doing that, and then you kind of forget to do the story, which is what I did. Unfortunately, Quiet Wolfie actually has some limited time, so I would like to get her through the first part of the story. This story actually comes in 2 parts, and from the looks of things, I'm going to be filming this in 2 parts. The first part of the story, and of course the second part of the story. So basically, what we need, we need to look for spirits, and they like dark, dank places. Ooh, what could this be? It looks willowy and wispy. I've got a spirit. Did I just hear him say spaghetti? Is he moaning for spaghetti? I hope not, because then that means it's not a cow spirit, and it's a human spirit, and I'm about to fry it up in a bit. And that's not very comforting. I really love a lot of these things that they put in here for atmosphere. I mean, this place is really great. We're in the night phase right now. Actually, I have this set up so that way the environmental controls match whatever the sim user had wanted to set it for everybody. So this is, I'm thinking this is probably a big part of the atmosphere. I never really noticed the first time we went through this, so just kind of walking around because I want everybody to be able to actually see what this place looks like. You can find Hitodana, will-o'-the-wisp, as easily as it gleams dimly in the dark. Variety of them, each has slightly different colors. I don't know if you've noticed, like, I guess if you, like, click a certain area or pass a certain point, oh, there you go, see? Then you have these little spooky things doing their chants and whatnot. Like I said, I'm really impressed by the effort and effects that they put in this, and, you know, it was obviously very much a labor of love, and I'm really enjoying it. And at the same time, kind of feeling a little down because I know that there's nothing I can do to match this. At least not with the little plot of land we've got. We're going to have to take shortcuts and go on the cheap. Alright, so we're going to go down here to look for yet another spirit. Oil. You can get it at Rokuro Kubi's, I'm sorry. Sometimes I have a little trouble seeing the letters. It lives at the outskirts of this village. What? You don't have a jar? You can find in the kitchen, can't you? Rokuro Kubi is a Japanese long-necked yokai. Which yokai I think is supposed to mean spirit. I believe. I would have to actually look that up to be sure, though. Is my friend following? It's so dark that I actually have to check the map to see where I'm going. Okay. Okay, I don't want to go up there. I want to go here. Ah, there you are. This is basically the path that I took the last time I did this, and it proved to be a pretty efficient path. Oh, hey, look, I see something. It looks wispy. Could that be another will-o'-the-wisp? I've got a spirit. And it turned red. Yeah, I remember it being a lot more brightly lit the last time I came here, so it's probably just in the night cycle, but I also don't want to, like, turn it off, because I do kind of want to have the full experience of the sim, and that includes using their settings. So, they said something about a long-necked yokai, and what do you know? Here's a long-necked yokai. What do you want? You want some oil? For Luca? Okay, you can take it from here. Please come back to rub my neck when you are done. Rokurokubi filled your jar with oil. I like Luca very much because... ... Lots of dots. Cutscene! Luca came here when she was only a baby. This is the edge of River Styx. We find some strayed humans at times. We take care of those strayed humans. That's our business. To where? Of course to Datsuba. They'll take care of the rest. We hardly see a lost baby, though. Datsuba rips off clothes of the ones without money to cross the Styx in Japanese myth. You know what? I don't even want to speculate further on that. In Luca's case, the other twin sister was the reason. Twins are linked by fate as they share the same spirit and soul. Even then, we normally go to Datsuba's. Luca was so adorable then. Until those children become 10, they can come in and out of two worlds as they wish. Whether they are alive or not, they need to stay with their mother till they become 10. The ones who lost their mothers, they may not recognize it, but of course their mothers are looking after them. You know, so-called guardian spirit they become. And that was the cutscene. Normally I actually would be trying to touch every NPC and get what they have to say, but right now I'm trying to go more towards the NPCs that are relevant to the story and whatnot, because my friend Wolfie here does have a bit of a time limit. Only has so long to do this, and I want to make sure she gets to get through at least the first part of the story. Rather than having to stop right in the middle of it, because I really enjoy the story. I think it's a good story, and she should at least get to a completion point. Alright, and here is our third spirit. You've got a spirit. This one is orange. Now we have 3 spirits. And our jar should be full of oil. Yes, it is filled with oil. So, because we talked to the long-necked yokai. So now that we have everything, we can go and cook. Cook these spirits. Please be cow spirits. Well, heat it up high temperature and fry. Okay, got it. You've got a tempura spirit. Will-o-wisp. And then we talk to tempura guy. Wow, it smells so good. It must be spirit tempura. Well, would you mind giving it to me? Okay, thanks. You really are a good human. Huh? You want to go inside the Luca's residence? Then take this with you. Give this to a gatekeeper, and he'll let you in. Ha ha ha. You've got a fresh kappa spin. A kappa is a green turtle frog goblin thing from Japanese mythology. Huh, you want to know about Luca? Let me see. Another cutscene. Luca's a poor kid. Her twin sister, who shared the same soul, is still alive. Luca cannot even touch her own mother. She may stay by her side, but that's all she can do. Even worse, her mom has tried to forget about Luca. How sad it would be if your beloved, someone put your existence out of her memory. Departed souls could be healed and comforted by being remembered and missed by those who left behind. You would never guess how envious she was of her twin sister being alive. Envious, jealous, she, on the contrary, loved her sister so much. Alright, so looks like we're on track. Now we're gonna go up the hill. Let me make sure I'm pointed in the right direction. Okay. Everything seems to be having a bit of trouble properly rezzing, it looks. Yeah, there. Hey look, this must be the guardian that was mentioned earlier. You are not allowed to go inside, huh? What you have is Kappa's fin, isn't it? What? What? You gotta give it to me. Wow, you're such a nice human. Hi, you wanna come in? You're friends of a human who looks like Luca. Okay, you can come inside. Luca, a poor kid she was. You know why? Another cutscene. After Luca reached 10, she could no longer come and go between two worlds. Naturally, she missed another world so much, and became so depressed. We, of course, wanted to cheer her up, but we couldn't have done anything. She should have crossed the river of Styx then, but couldn't, as she felt regretful over leaving so much behind. Looks like a Pokemon. Just then, a guy suddenly appeared from nowhere. A traveler, he called himself. He'd been traveling around many places. He had a skill of putting a weird spell. And he thought that to Luca, a spell to meddle in the other world. Luca naturally became so fond of the traveler, and just staying home since then, staring at the mirror. Oh well, after all, you guys showed up, and that means the spell did work. But yet, for me, that traveler seems so shady. That's one way of putting it. Well then, when you're ready to come in, just talk to me. Oh, you can go through. Click. And welcome to the green light. The green light. And we get a cutscene. Ta-da. Ooh, this can't be good. Traveler, well, here comes an unexpected guest. Who are you? How did you get here? In flesh and blood you are. You're a friend of Luca's sister. Are you going to show me a touching friendship drama? But actually, all I need is just the twins, and not you. Luca, run! Run away from here! Traveler, finally I found her. An important factor to achieve my goal. I can make it to the other world only if I have those twins, who are linked between this and that world. I need Kasumi's body, Luca's soul, and Kasumi's body. Now I can come and go between two worlds. I can't let you take Kasumi away from me. I'm going to lock you up just like Luca. Well, no thank you. I'd really rather not. Luca, I'm sorry, so sorry. It's all my fault. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean to do this. I just wanted my mom to see me just one more time. Although I couldn't have made it to this world, I was surely my mother's baby, her daughter. I just wanted to let her know. Wanted Kasumi to know that I'm here. That's all. That's all I wanted to do. The mirror is broken. Traveler, what a touching story. You guys are really touching. And shut up, Luca. Damn. Luca, the mirror, break the mirror. Traveler, you shut up and spare yourself the trouble. I threw the hand mirror against the mirror on the wall. What have you done? Oh, no! Trying to add a little drama to it. Luca, thank you. I must thank you for everything. I could have caused the worst situation. The path is closed now, but you can go back with this. Luca gave me the same hand mirror as Kasumi's. Luca, let Kasumi hold the mirror. Then you can go back to Kasumi's room. And this one is for Kasumi, a lucky charm. Now I can be with her. It's not a safe place for you. You'd better go back as soon as possible. What a wonderful friend Kasumi has. I really wanted to be your friend too, all of us together. Okay, go. Go now. Hurry. The story would be so incredibly sad if not for the comfort of knowing at least there is life after death. I made Kasumi hold the hand mirror as Luca asked. Immediately we felt so dizzy, and the view has gone blank. When I came to myself, I was in Kasumi's room. Kasumi has turned up in front of us with no serious injury. We could safely come back home. But what about Luca's wish? After all, she couldn't have met Kasumi nor her mother. She couldn't have even talked to them. Should I tell this to Kasumi? I don't know what to do, because Kasumi doesn't remember anything that happened to her. I secretly attached Luca's lucky charm to the hand mirror. That's all I could do for her. I just appreciate the fact that we could all come back safe and sound. And when I said about the whole life after death, I mean within the context of the story. So yeah, at least know that all the characters will one day meet each other again. One day. I'd say that's hopeful. Thank you very much for enjoying Kagami, the mirror. You completed the first part. You can keep playing the last part with this. You can play the last part with this HUD. And also we have mall area. Every shop has great products. Please enjoy mall too. Thank you for coming, enjoying, and being scared. Well, I wasn't scared, but I thought it was a touching story. And that was the first part of the Kagami story. Thank you for enjoying Kagami. You completed the first part. You can play the last part with no resetting the HUD. Please keep enjoying Kagami. Thank you. So that was just the first part of this story. If you haven't done this before, it'll also give you a link where you can take a little survey and then tell them what you thought about the game. And if you really enjoyed it, I suggest you let them know that you enjoyed it. I actually took it and filled it out and such. And that's pretty much it for the first part of the game. And so, thank you very much for joining me. And the next time we meet, we will be doing the second part of Kagami. Thank you all. You have a good night.